Dozens of vulnerable Democrats are now calling on Biden to drop out of the race, fearing his support will affect them in their hotly contested down-ballot races. So let's take a look at who's pulling back from Joe Biden. These are the 34 congressional Democrats who have joined those calls, some of the most notable being Congressman Adam Schiff of California recently calling for Joe Biden to step aside. Also, Montana Senator John Tester yesterday and vulnerable Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown announced that he wants to see the end of the campaign for Joe Biden as president. Now, these are some of the Democrats who haven't yet joined those colleagues, but they could make a huge difference in the landscape given how competitive their re-election bids are. We're watching Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin, and Nevada Senator Jackie Rosen. All major swing state Democrats, and they would need to win in those states to secure the White House in November, both to maintain control of the Senate, try to win the House, and to win the White House. Let's bring in Rich Lowry, editor-in-chief of National Review, to join us now. Rich, good morning. Thanks for getting up early with us this morning. I'm cataloging all these Democrats, Rich, that are starting to put their name on the list of those against Joe Biden. Do you think there's a breaking point? Is there one particular congressional Democrat that could make or break this decision for Joe Biden?
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. I think she's been the main driver here when it seemed as though Biden had stanched the bleeding a couple days after the debate by just saying, I'm not going, the lead's against me, forget it. She said, well, he hasn't decided yet, right? Which was her saying, you know what, Mr. President, you haven't decided until I decide that you've decided. So I think she kept this open. I think she's pushing it. I think she realizes he's a disaster. And the stages are, first they went Schumer, Pelosi, Jeffries privately to Biden and basically told him to go. Then they leaked. When he didn't go, then they leaked that they told him to go. And the next step is one of them going public. And that's when it really may be unsustainable. But I would expect, the frontline Democrats that you're talking about, all those dominoes seem to be falling. I mean, it's very notable. Sherrod Brown, no one's fool. You got to be pretty shrewd Democrat to survive in Ohio now, saying, look, Joe, this just isn't sustainable.
Well, Rich, even if Pelosi or Schumer or Jeffries goes public, that's the next card to play. And then reports are that Barack Obama is doing things behind the scenes. I think the question becomes, though, even with all of that, Rich, is it enough? Because it is Joe Biden's call. The reports are he gets sort of his hackles up. He gets upset if you push him. So can he withstand all this pressure?
I mean, if he wants to, in theory, yes, right? I mean, there's no lever. You can just say no. But this is a big game of chicken, and has been since the debate, with Biden saying, I'm just going to plow ahead, and if you want to kneecap me in public, you're just making your inevitable nominee weaker against Donald Trump, this guy you hate and fear. So you better just get on board because I'm plowing ahead. And then with the Democratic Party saying, you know what, even if you say you're still running, we're going to make it a worthless nomination for you because we're going to publicly condemn you. The fundraising is going to dry up. The activists are going away. So you can say you're still running, Joe, but it'd be worthless to you. And I do think the Democratic Party seems to be winning that game of chicken at the moment. This nomination is a wasting asset for him every single day. It gets just a little bit less valuable with every public condemnation and the reports that the fundraising is drying up.
So really quickly, I got to go, Rich, more likely prediction. Kamala Harris is the nominee for Democrats, or Joe Biden limps across with a defunded, unsupported presidential campaign?
As of this moment, I would bet on Kamala Harris.
All right. Rich Lowry, National Review. Great to see you, Rich. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Will.
All right.
Talk soon.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.